Welcome back to Nick's Bricks. I'm Nick, and today we're reviewing set number 9463, The Werewolf, from LEGO's Monster Fighters. Built with 236 pieces, The Werewolf takes the third rank on the series partometer and includes another exclusive monster and new fighter. This set is an early highlight of the theme, including the best-looking vehicle of the Monster Fighters fleet and an excellent play feature. Having failed to collect the first two Moonstones, Dr. Rathbone has brought in a military man to help even the odds. Let's have a look at Major Quentin Steele. Major Quentin Steele is a gifted marksman and uses his talent to hunt exotic prey. Dr. Rathbone recruited the Major to the Monster Fighters after Quentin had a run-in with a pack of werewolves. The Major was able to fend off the attack and even dispatch one of the lycanthropes. But the attack left Quentin injured, and he lost his eye as a result. Since then, he's been tracking monsters, looking for his monster archenemy, who took his eye. Major Quentin Steele wears a tan-collared shirt under a dark tan jacket lined with 4 pockets. A bandolier crosses his chest and is filled with silver bullets. A map of the monster realm has been hastily tucked into the bandolier. The Major's leg printing includes a brown belt and large pouch slung over the right hip. Draped over the left hip are a pair of fangs which have been decoratively hung on a loop. These are the fangs of the werewolf Quentin slayed in the attack that cost him his eye, a trophy for the huntsman and a reminder of the revenge he seeks. The rear torso shows the shirt seams and the back of the bandolier filled with more silver bullets. Quentin Steele's style is a bit old-fashioned, wearing a classic pith helmet and sporting mutton chops. The Major shows a no-nonsense look and, suitably, has no alternate face print. After the loss of his eye, Major Steele replaced it with an artificial eye which was designed by Dr. Rathbone. The steampunk-styled artificial eye has not only restored Quentin's vision, but also enhanced his sight. The artificial eye has a telescopic view and is capable of working in tandem with the scope of the Major's blunderbuss, Quentin Steele's weapon of choice. With his blunderbuss loaded with silver bullets, Quentin Steele is ready to venture into the dangerous monster realm and will do so in style. Let's have a look at the Major's vehicle. This stylish car is the peripheral build of the set, and its 1920s jalopy style reminds me of the vehicles from LEGO's Adventurers from 1998. It's cool to see a take on this familiar style of vehicle using 2012 parts and techniques. The 4 wheels hold the chassis, with thinner front wheels providing the steering and thicker rear wheels providing the traction. The rear of the vehicle includes a trunk that curves smoothly downward and a tall bumper with hooded taillights on either side. The cab includes a steering wheel and a small windshield made from this 1x2 panel. At the sides of the cab are running boards protruding from the chassis. At the front, 4 headlights surround the sloped grille piece with the front bumper rounding out the area. Behind the grille is the engine, which uses revolver pieces to create the exhaust manifolds. At the front of the hood is the hood ornament, created using this flat silver frog. This silver frog element is set exclusive. Major Quentin Steele cruises into the monster realm, making his way to the dark woods. Armed with his blunderbuss and silver ammunition, Quentin is hunting the werewolf. In the vast, deep, dark woods of the monster realm is Dratchwald Forest, the hunting grounds of the werewolf. Like all lycanthropes, the werewolf's transformation is triggered by the full moon, and when in wolf mode, the creature loses all self-control, reverting back to primal savagery. The werewolf's torso print shows a flannel shirt which was torn during the wolf's transformation. Red suspenders lay over the shredded shirt. The legs show a black belt with silver or brushed nickel buckle and torn blue jeans. The rear torso shows further tears in the shirt and the back of the suspenders forming a Y formation. The werewolf uses a single head mold, unlike the swamp creature's headgear with printed head underneath. Starting at the back, the wolf's head includes a shaggy mane leading up to pointed ears. The face printing includes the eyes, nose, and contrasting fur at the sides. The mold includes the brow and snout with a snarl showing the wolf's fangs. The werewolf uses his sharp claws to slash at his prey. LEGO's 3 spreaded blades piece suits the werewolf well, and the claws include an additional play feature, but more on that later. Deep in the vast Dratchwald forest, the werewolf has made his lair near an old, enchanted tree. The tree is the primary build of the set. Highly detailed with branches and greenery, the tree grows on a nexus of intersecting energy streams. Absorbing and thriving on these channels, the tree is imbued with magic. The wolf was drawn to this magic and established his habitat around it. Starting at the top, 2 primary branches protrude to the sides and feature hanging vines draped off their limbs. Down the trunk, we see an opening at the front of the tree filled with trans-orange bricks representing the sap of the tree. The tree includes a play feature. Swinging around to the back, we'll see a red lever and platform. The werewolf is placed on the platform, and we press the lever, launching the wolf forward. The branches at the top center pivot to the sides, clearing the way for the flying wolf. The werewolf has set a trap for his prey. With the mystical tree as the bait, the wolf only has to wait for the right moment to pounce. The last section of the tree is the altar. Decorated with white bones and fangs, the altar rests at the bottom of the tree. Centered at the base of the altar is a dark tan masonry brick which seems out of place in the middle of the forest. The tree is growing out of the remains of a long-abandoned settlement. In fact, all of Dratchwald Forest is growing out of the ruins of a lost civilization. On the center pedestal of the altar is the werewolf's moonstone. The werewolf's moonstone uses the stepped rock piece in trans neon orange and depicts a howling werewolf printed in black. The werewolf's claws are molded in glow-in-the-dark material, providing their additional play feature. While the glow-in-the-dark pieces of this set are limited to the wolf's claws, the white bones and fangs of the altar illuminate under UV light, as does the trans-neon orange moonstone. Lord Vampire's proposal to the werewolf includes domain over the forests of the Dark World, with miles and miles of woodlands for the wolf to stalk his prey. A further effect of the Eclipse machine would keep the werewolf in its beastly form permanently. Whether this is something the werewolf wants or not, Lord Vampire fails to mention this detail, and the werewolf hands over his moonstone. With the addition of the werewolf's moonstone, Lord Vampire has collected half the stones he needs to power his dark device. The new acquisition is placed into the Eclipse machine with the other moonstones and awaits the remaining 3. Major Steel returns to Dr. Rathbone, lacking both his new trophy and the moonstone. Again, the monster fighters have failed. Perhaps Dr. Rathbone needs to take a more hands-on approach. Join us next time for our review of the Vampire Hearse. The set includes the main antagonist and protagonist of the Monster Fighter series, and a vehicle for each. The set also includes our first zombie of the series, so stay tuned. Until then, this has been Nick with Nick's Bricks. Thank you for watching, and remember, build, disassemble, repeat.